equivocada, yo no sé qué fallé, porque fui fiel la noche de ayer, siempre me arrepentiré. Y de rodillas te pido, mujer, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí, perdóname, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí,
¿Cómo quieres que te perdone si te fuiste de mi lado sin dejarme ninguna explicación? No te importó si yo comía o sufría, no se partía en dos mi corazón. Ahora me viene a confesar que estás arrepentido, que hay mucha herida que está nadie y yo no confío. Yo pensé que solamente tú eras mío, y yo te lo digo todo al agradecido.
Come back to me, please and sorry. Si tú no estás conmigo, mami, I am lonely. ¿Dónde estamos la
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Chip Drip Live. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. We got a great show today. We have Rafael Pagano, and we're going to be talking about Texitcoin. How's it going, Rafael? Thanks for coming on.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Whoa, can you hear me, Rafael?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
He froze up on me. Oh, you can hear me now? Cool.
Oh, yeah.
So sound checking. Somebody out there, hello, Huss, LCM, and Tony Morrow. Can you guys give me a sound check, pretty please? But you can hear me, right, Rafael?
Oh, yeah. I can see you. I can hear you. It's all good.
Okay, we got a few people on the show. We've got Huss. What's going on, Huss? And we've got LCM. What's going on, Brother Blood? And we got your beautiful bride, Tony Morrow. And some folks out there already. That's great. So we're going to be talking about Texitcoin. And thanks, Huss, for letting on the sound check there, buddy. Texitcoin. Rafael's been after me for about a couple of months now, and I finally did join yesterday and purchased a miner, and I'm gonna talk briefly about what made me decide to go ahead and get into Texitcoin and why I made the decision to get in, and then we'll kind of turn it over to Rafael and let him answer any questions that some of you folks may have out there. Jim, I don't know if he is watching or not, but I did send you a link out there. I sent you a link to your TG. And anyways, Texitcoin, it's a mining protocol that mines Texitcoin. And the owner, Bobby Gray, he actually has the mining infrastructure set up in Texas. I'm not sure what part. Maybe
McKinney.
You know that.
McKinney.
Okay, McKinney.
The city of McKinney, Texas.
Cool. Basically, guys, we're all in DeFi and different projects, and some are just quick plays where you can make some big bank quick and get out while you still got your skin. But, we're all, me personally, I'm looking for something that has some real infrastructure behind it and a long-term vision. Looking at Texitcoin, being that the owner is there in Texas. I don't know what part he lives in, but in Houston, is that correct?
No, he's in McKinney.
McKinney? Okay,
Yeah.
He's in McKinney. Okay.
He's
Where
there
where the mining facility is at. All right. So so you worry about, LCM sent me the video that was out last week with Bobby Gray giving a off the cuff Texitcoin presentation, and what was cool is he hit the main objectives coming out the gate. I like that. Uh, I think that I think the term he used was a inoculating or inoculate sales technique. That's where you address all the big negatives right off the rip and get them out of the way. And I like that. And, he talked about rug pull. That's the big thing that we all worry about. We don't want to get in anything that rugs. And, a lot of people, including myself, have been in projects that rug, and people say, well, I ROI'd, I got my money back, and I was in profit. Yeah, that's one thing. But what about the time, the effort, the energy putting into something that you think is going to be there long term for you, and all of a sudden it's gone? So, you can replace money, but you can't replace your time, your energy, your emotional energy, and that type of stuff. So, looking at Texitcoin, and when Bobby talked about the rug pulls, he elaborated on the money and the financial resources that they had to use to set up the mining infrastructure. And for he and his team, he's got an office down there that he was speaking out of his office, and he's got a team. And, last night when you were helping me get in, you were able to showcase some of that team support through Mandy, I believe.
Yes, the wife of Mitchell. Yeah, top support from Telegram.
Hey guys, I made a rookie mistake too. I mean, I sent over it was because I let Rafael enroll me, I got a $50 discount. So I needed $945 to buy a miner. So I went to crypto.com, which you can only buy USDT on the Ethereum network in crypto.com. So I said, okay, I'll send that over. But I didn't pay attention when I sent over the 945. Crypto.com took out their fee, so they only sent over $916. So the timer was running out on my link. And anyway, Rafael got Mandy online, and they were able to help me get things done. So that was a really good example of the support team that they have. But I'm saying all that to say that Bobby, he stated in his video that, the effort, the team, this is like their life's work. Yeah. And, if they were going to rug this, they did it the hard way, because why go out and build this huge infrastructure, put a team together and all this, and to try to rug and disappear? I mean, he's in Texas. Where's he going to go? Mexico? Hell, we can find a bounty hunter in Mexico easy if we had to.
Exactly.
But so he, talking about the when he elaborated on the rug pulls, it wouldn't make sense being the effort and that they've made setting up the infrastructure. They're developing great use cases for Texitcoin. I like the fact, and we got man, excuse me, Rafael, we got Big John Howard on the horn. What's up, John?
What's up?
Man, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, John, what's going on?
So,
all right, how are you?
So, addressing, the rug pulls with what they put into this project and the long-term vision they have laid out, which, I'll let you touch on, but a lot of that is not only incorporating Texitcoin as a currency in Texas, which, as you stated earlier, Texas kind of has its own economy. It's its own powerhouse. So that definitely a good potential for use case there. But the fact they're going to wrap Texitcoin, going to Uniswap.
It's already there live.
Yeah. So it'll be able to be used in different swapping and liquidity pairing venues within Uniswap. I'm sure that's going to create some use case as well. What I like about this project is, you know, they're building mines with the community. So
Exactly.
if you have a good community, and which what I like about this, you know, it costs $900 to $1,000 to get a miner, right?
Yes, exactly. One miner,
And
$995.
and so what that does is it requires somebody put some skin in the game, some conviction, because you know other projects that we've been in, you know, you get a lot of folks they just want to come in with $1, $5 or $25 and try to capitalize. And you know, I think right away it's going to weed out a lot of whingers, and that'll add quality to the community. We got Eddie Gastelum. He says the price hasn't moved at all. I mean, I know when I did a live with Jim, it was like $1.49. Now it's up to like $1.70 something.
$1.75.
Yes. So has the price moved since you've been in, Rafael?
Yes, I began 2 months ago. I started when it was at 96 cents, and it's now 175. And I'm so happy that I'm in this. Like, it's slowly changing my life. You know, when somebody brought this to me, and as soon as I found out that this is happening on American soil with real people, a real community, I said, I just jumped on and I didn't even hesitate. I just went in 100 miles an hour. And I said, I think this is my opportunity to do something, you know?
Well, when I was listening to Bobby speak on that video, he talked about the pump and dump potentials in this, and
Yes.
being that with the way the team building on this, you know, the guys at the top of the team, they can go too wide. Then after that, they can only put people in under their downline. So
Exactly.
it puts a person at the bottom where they're able to earn as much as the person at the top.
Exactly, if
And
not more.
so there's really no incentive there for someone to dump, because a lot of their revenue is coming from the people below. And the way he worded this was that right now they have like 100 or whatever, a small percentage of whales that have a lot of Texitcoin, but the rest of the community is so big. There's so much Texitcoin spread out, you know, maybe not big to whales, but to everyday people like us. So therefore, the Texitcoin supply that's out there is fragmented amongst the community. So the percentage of whales that could dump is a small percentage. And Jim was on a week ago, whenever we did, a week ago, when we talked about this, and someone had dumped a lot of Texitcoin.
100,000.
How much?
100,000.
Yeah, $100,000 worth.
And why didn't it affect? It affected the price only for a little while. Right after it happened, do they charge any type of fee whenever somebody dumps? And is there any burning mechanism or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I have to go back and look at that video. The way Jim worded it was when they dumped it, it actually helped the community. And I've got to go back and review that. I didn't know if you recall that, but that'd be cool if Jim could come on. But he may be out romancing. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's been in this quite a while now, and he's been doing very well with it. Took advantage of it when he came in. I think it was like under 50 cents. And I've been listening to a lot. He's been educating me also. And I use his education to help my team also understand this project, from a different point of view. And people seem to resonate from different people, the way they see it, the way they understand it. So that's what I like. But I'm a big fan of Mr. Bobby Gray. I do not miss anything that this gentleman has to say. I just think that this guy is solid.
Did he say he wants us to sell coin?
Excuse me?
I don't have any. Didn't he say he wants members to sell their coins?
Yeah, well, it's because I think they have a show that they're going to in the end of September in Thailand. So they would like to start bringing this project to Asia. And they want us to start having accessibility to more coins, because you were talking about those 100 wallets that these people are holding. These are the first 100 people that started the project in the first couple of months and starting to share it, and now it's getting to us, the community. And you were touching about the pump and dump and whales. If one person joins, you cannot buy more than 9 miners personally as a person. So there's nobody that can come in and say, okay, I'm going to buy 10,000 miners or 100,000 miners. No, you can only buy 9. You want more? Well, you got to go out and you got to go earn them. Like I'm doing. I started with 1 miner about 60 days ago. I'm up to 9 miners now. I'm generating about a little more than 17 coins per day. And I reached I'm almost at 600 coins per day in total. What happened to me is when it was brought to my attention, I had my money waiting in my wallet. But because I took a couple of days before paying, what happened is that my account from pending ended up going to this place called the graveyard. So they don't have their accounts just lingering around there. After 48, maximum 72 hours, your account gets put into this place called the graveyard. So if you want to access your account, what you need to do is you need to reach out to admin. So I'm like, oh man. So I couldn't order my miner. So this was a Friday afternoon. I said, you know what? This is going to happen then probably Monday. So what I did is that money that I had, I decided to go on the open market. I went to Dextrade and I said, I'm going to go buy myself $1,400 worth of Texitcoin. So I went on Dextrade. I used my USDT and I bought myself 1,400 plus coins. I still have them. And the moment that happened, 15 minutes later, I received a call from Texas from a gentleman called Hayden. And he goes, hey, Rafael, so you ready to start? I said, well, I had the funds in my account about 15 minutes ago. I went ahead and bought myself some coins instead. He goes, okay, here, I'll send you a wallet address. So what I did is I moved around some funds and I started the same day, bought my coins, bought my miners, and 60 days later, here I am. And I'm building a little team. I reached out to all my closest friends, and we're slowly building this. We're trying to create. It's not only about building a team to make the money. What we're doing here is we're trying to be, we're doing this as investors. And we're trying to create ourselves a bag of miners, a bag of coins. And at the same time, you have the possibility of making some money on the compensation plan. If I want, I can just take my 600 coins that I have in my cold storage wallet and just put them in my hot wallet and just sell them all at $1.75 today, and do what I want with them. But
send them to me.
It's coming, John. It's coming. I just, like you said, I like this guy, Bobby Gray. Um, this guy's never worked a day in his life for someone. Started working at the age of 17 for himself. He's very well educated into. Listen, I'm not 100% great with all these terminologies, but I'm more of a person that understands, feels energy, and that's how I've been going about this. I listen to this guy and I see where he's from and what he's been doing all his life, and that everything he's done, and he decided to say, you know what, I'm selling everything and I'm doing this. So I said, you know what? I'm in. I'm coming in with you, and I'm there for the ride. And let's go. He wants to change things for people like me, you. So I said, why not? And here I am.
Very cool. We can't hear you, Blue. Can't hear you.
No.
I saw his lips moving. Was he talking?
That's okay. Yeah. So guys, while Mr. Blue gets back, I've been following Blue since a project of over almost 2 years ago. So, and I said, I've been dying to work with Blue, and I said, Blue, this is something you got to do. I know we're into all kinds of other DeFi projects, but this thing, it ain't nothing like whatever we've done. And I think we should show this to the people that want to succeed and want something real. You can get on a plane, you can go to McKinney, Texas, and you can go see these facilities that's being built. I think there's another facility that's going to be put up in Victoria, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So, and he tells you, I'm here. This gentleman, Mr. Bobby Gray, has also spoken in front of Congress in 2012. So his rap sheet is almost impeccable. So it's hard to say no to someone that's dedicated to helping people and wants you to make money, Blue, you there?
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, yeah. There
Yeah,
you
can
go.
you hear me?
now? Can hear you now.
Yeah. So, how much do you know as far as when I was listening to him talk?
Yeah.
He said he was currently wanting to establish this as a currency used in real case situations in the state of Texas.
Yes,
I guess
because
where people
Texitcoin is a blockchain. It's its own blockchain, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, and it's a layer one blockchain where you can actually build on it. And the whole purpose of all this is because he wants to create a monetary system for the people, So I believe that that's the whole purpose. That's what turned me more on about it. That we're not just talking about Texitcoin, the coin. It's a blockchain that has a purpose that we can build on it, and we can use this technology for the better good, right? It's like he says, this technology doesn't lie. Once you write on this network, you write on a blockchain network, there's no lying, there's no erasing. You can't fraud it. Once a transaction goes from one point to another, it is what it is, and you can track it from almost anywhere. There's so many places that you can see all this. By just a little bit of education, you can find all these transactions for yourself. So there's some people that are a lot more educated than me when it comes to these things. I've been fortunate enough to come into this space during COVID, and I've met some wonderful people like John here. We go back now 6 years, and we talk on a daily basis. This guy has become more like my big brother than anything else. But we share information, and we're trying to succeed into the space. And I'm happy that I'm getting to know you too, Blue, and I believe that our relationship is just going to grow, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Particularly, what I like about this program is that you can build a team, but once you get your two wide, then really the only choice you have is to help the people below you build a team as well.
Exactly.
And so you might have some people are team builders and some are not. It's just, some people don't enjoy doing that. They may want to come in and mine and do that. But at the same time, you can help them do even better with the hash power and, getting commissions by helping them build the team below them. And I like that part of it, because you get the right group of people, they can really put their heads together and formulate a good group strategy to help everybody in that group meet some awesome succeed. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you see, my goal is, I want everybody that with me to get more miners, and I tell them, your objective is, if you want to build, there's people that got money and they say, I can buy a 9-pack, no problem. I can go get myself $10,000, but I'm a working man. John, you see here, is a working man. You, Blue, you're a working man. So sometimes, putting at risk $10,000, to take out of your pocket. I got 3 daughters here. One just finished university. So taking out $10,000 and putting it in here. So what I did is I put 1,000. Bobby gives me the opportunity, and he tells me, if you sign up 3 people in 30 days, I'll give you 2 miners. So what did I do? I went to see my 3 first best friends. I go, guys, I got something, and this is what we're going to do. And that's what we do. And I'm trying to repeat that to all my friends. Just go get 3 people, and I'm going to see what I can do to help you on the other side. That once I can help you build those 2 sides, like you say there, right side and the left side, I'll make you match those 3 points on the other side. And you can either take the $1,000, or instead of $1,000 in cash, you can take 2 miners, or you have the possibility of taking $1,000 in Texitcoins. So it's to your discretion. It's to your choice. Me, I just take miners. I put in $1,000. Why am I going to take another $1,000 right now? Because I believe that this thing, I just want to grow with it. Sorry, guys.
No problem. I saw where they're predicting this thing to be at $16 by February.
Yes, sir. That's his prediction. So when he started in November, I have a copy. I'm gonna send you that. He wrote down on a piece of paper when he started in November, these are my projections for every month till February. So far, we are now in July, and every prediction that he's brought has exceeded what he put as a price. And he said by the end of this month, we should be at $1.95. We already hit $1.75. Last night it was at $1.82. I think once the Wrap BTC came on live on Uniswap, there's people having so much fun right now buying and trading that coin on Uniswap. It's a different way of the way they calculate the price there. So it's not the same thing as it being on an exchange. But I saw it like at $8 there. So there's a lot of people moving a lot of Texitcoin there,
Yeah. So what, I mean, what has caused the price to have the positive action that it's had over the last few months? Because so obviously, developing it as a currency in Texas, that's in the works. Maybe not have kicked off yet, but is it just the mining activity in addition with it going to wrap Texitcoin traded on Uniswap? I mean,
the community, we have a liquidity pool that Bobby Gray has set aside for the coin. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's just hit a $2 million liquidity pool. He's got some USDT saved up. He's got some BTC saved up. So there's a lot of things that come into factor when it comes to that. I'm not maybe the best guy to describe that. I was hoping my sponsor would have showed up. I know that he had a little bit of a hit with his wife, and so maybe he wasn't going to be able to make it. But I know my buddy Ron, he's the one that introduced this to me.
I'm trying to remember. LCM had some questions. If he wants to post it in the chat here, we can address those. At the same time, I'm going to try and share my screen. I don't know if this is necessarily my back office or not, because I just came in, yesterday.
Yeah, you should have received your first coins today.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go there right now. Okay.
I thought you'd been in longer than that.
No, I just got in last night, man. I'm a newbie.
You go, boy. So I have a question.
Yeah.
So right now, a miner earns how many coins a day?
About 2. You see, I'll tell you that in 1 second if you give me a moment.
I'm gonna bring mine up. Can you guys see that?
There you go.
So I'll go down here to rewards. I came in last night. What was it, about almost 24 hours ago, and trying to find my rewards. Let's see, overview.
Go to your profile.
Where do you find that at?
On the top right hand corner, where there's the little icon that looks like your face.
Oh, right here.
And scroll down to profile and click on profile, and then scroll down. You see all your hash power.
That must not be it. Let's see, overview, order, placement, commission.
Where's my screen? How come I can't see it?
That's crazy, because I saw this earlier.
Yes, I'm just. I seem to have lost my screen. Just give me a second.
But I go to my account.
Yes.
So the answer to my question, again, just ballpark me, how many coins is making a day?
About 2.5, 3 coins per day.
So tell me this, and it's at $1.75 a day, or $1.75 a coin right now, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me this: how many will your miner still be earning the same amount of coins every day when the price hits $16?
No, because by the time we hit $16, I believe there will be a lot of miners sold. But as we're selling,
that spreads it out where the miners are all earning less, but they're a higher value.
Exactly. Well, because more miners we sell, more money gets available to purchase more miners. Every week there's a breakdown. Once you sign up, you become part of the official Telegram group, and once a week, at the end of the week, it stops every Saturday at 7:00. All the numbers are scrunched up together and see what kind of sales were done. If I'm not mistaken, this week was over $2 million. and there's a certain percentage of every week that the moment he gets that, he creates an invoice, a purchase order, purchase more miners, and more miners are being shipped to Texas and are being put up into the facilities. So the mining facilities are growing on a weekly basis. I don't know how long it takes to set them up. I know that there's a lot of work into this, but they have a team there in Texas that is there working, building on them. So more miners we sell, more mining equipment we get, more coins we're mining. So at a certain point, when all the hash powers will be done, there's going to be a certain amount of coin being mined every single day. You can't mine less or you can't mine more. But at that time, the price will have increased. So hopefully that we go higher than 16. You know, the objective of Bobby Gray is to become, one of the top 5 coins in the world. But he's working on it slowly, slowly. He doesn't want to jump the gun and go get people that can influence us. So we're building it as a community and we're taking it step by step. That's what I like about this, because I feel like I'm a pioneer in something that is actually, real. And I just want to grow with this project.
Yeah, that's I was looking at what Fuzzy Crypto, if they made a liquidity pool, that would be the place to provide liquidity and swap the tokens for whichever token they've paired it with. Yeah, that's one way, definitely. LCM asks, being that it has its own blockchain, where can you sell or swap the USDT for profits?
You can go to Dextrade and Bitmart. Those are the 2 exchanges that you can sell. And I think right now, the fact that they got their Wrap BTC on Wrap TXC on Uniswap, I haven't had the opportunity to actually check it out because it came on live yesterday, and I was extremely busy today. But I know that there's a way of sending your coins to Uniswap and selling them, but you can just send them to Dextrade, swap them for USDT, and there's your money, Because what happens is every miner that mines your coins go into a cold storage wallet that you have in your back office. Since you purchased yesterday, I think within the next 3-4 days, you're going to be getting your official coin, your cold storage coin. Yeah, I think you're going to be very excited about that. But you can go and download the application, the Texitcoin application, and you can create yourself a hot wallet. From your back office, what you can do is if you go into profile, you click on edit, and there's a place there that shows you that all your coins that you receive during the day, every single day, you can say, okay, I'm receiving 10 coins today, every single day. I would like to send 5 to my cold storage wallet, and the other 5 send them to my hot wallet. So whatever's in your hot wallet is already connected to probably your Dextrade account. You just swap it for USDT, and there you go. There you have your money. You can go grocery shopping, buy yourself a coffee, take the missus out for a supper. You do what you want with it.
Well, it shows right here, yesterday, I earned 2.50 Texitcoin, and so far today, 2.24. So I imagine by sometime tomorrow, today's rewards will show 2.50 also.
Yes, exactly. So that's it. It's about 2.5 coins at $1.75. You're averaging about $5 a day per miner. If I go see
Now,
here,
hey, right here where it says total 25 mil.
yes, that's how much
What?
we've earned.
Okay.
And then you have a breakdown here of what they do with the funds. And everything is on the blockchain. You know, this is just like what's in our back office, but you can actually go find all this information in real time.
Well, I'm
So
going to ask a.
there's marketing here, there's purchasing miners, there's commissions, there's overhead, everything is here. You know, this is a real business, and you get to see everything that's going on. You bought a miner, you're part of the mining facility, you're part of the business, so you should have access to these numbers, and that's what I
Well,
like about it. So transparent.
what I was, my question is, you know what? I got to cut on a light because it's starting to get dark. You guys give me a second.
Yes, sir.
Chat
So.
amongst yourselves.
There you go, John. So when are you getting your miner, John?
Well, which project I've been sitting with. There's about 600 in that one. 257 in my Exos.
So
Over
there's
800. I'm up over 800 right now.
All right, so you're close. So
Yeah.
We're gonna make you a Texas Ranger.
That's
Blue?
that's my new goal, man. I want to be a Texas Ranger, man.
Yeah.
So Blue?
Yo.
You know, my little brother and nephew live in McKinney.
Wow. Nice.
But
right
I can't get
right there where the mining facility.
Yeah, where Bobby is. Yeah. But I'm having trouble getting them too interested in anything with crypto. I mean, I'm having trouble. But I did just send. You saw that there was a screenshot that I saw, or a picture that I saw in Mike's group, where a guy, like, I guess he's going through the DFW airport.
Right.
And it took a picture of all the gates, all the different gates. I guess they're gates. I don't know what they're. But anyway, it's all these signs that look like they're going off in a distance. These signs, and they're all Texitcoin signs. I sent that to my brother.
Yeah,
man,
there's
that's
a lot of marketing going on in Texas.
Because sometimes he flies in and out of DFW airport.
Well,
and so does my nephew.
Guys, let me say hello to some of the folks in the chat.
Yeah.
Huss, what's up, Huss, man? Nice to hear from you again. LCM. We already said hello to you guys. We'll say it again. And we had Eddie Gastelum and Fuzzy Crypto.
What?
Yeah, we got Fuzzy Crypto.
I know that guy.
And we've got Crypto Savage. What's going on, man? And Blockchain Money. How you doing, buddy? And Lillian Briggs.
Hey, y'all.
Wrecked by DeFi.
Oh, that's mine.
The formula for coin distribution. Oh, you know this gentleman?
Yes, this is Ron Crane. That's my buddy from Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville. Hey, I've got a bunch of friends. Actually, I've got a future Texitcoin member in Jacksonville, or St. Augustine, rather. Big T.
Yeah.
You know, let's see. Wrecked by DeFi. The formula for coin distribution is an average of 95,000 coins mined per day. Divide that by the amount of active miners, each miner receives that amount daily.
Yeah. So what he's saying is that right now the facility are producing 95,000 coins per day. So divide that by the amount of active miners, and that's exactly what you're going to get per day.
Okay. I mean, with that, let's see, if I go back to that screen. Hold on, let me do a screen share.
I wish Ron would be on the call. He's a lot more educated than me. He teaches me lots. I think the link is not working. Yes.
So he was saying you take the 95,000 coins mined per day,
Yes.
divide that by the active miners.
Yes.
So active miners, where does it show? It says we got miners 10,039.
There you go.
Okay, so let's try this. So, damn, where's my pen at? Here we go.
Here, I'll do it on my calculator.
10,039, 95,000.
What is that? 10,395?
No, 10,039 miners. Yeah, I'm gonna try something real quick.
Divided by 10,0041. Wow.
Let me try one thing here. Go to the Brave calculator.
Yes.
You guys can see that calculator, right? So 95,000 coins, divide that by miners.
Yeah. Yeah, but is that showing exactly how many miners? Because if I'm not mistaken, there should be close to 40,000 active miners. This is miners sold. There are people that have earned miners. Because if you do that,
miners by country. Okay, here we go. Total miners. Well, damn. We'll say quarter. That says 10,041. How many miners did you say we should have?
I see. We have.
40, if he said
about 40,000.
Yeah, if he's saying 40K, and you divide 95,000 or 40K by 95,000, that should give you right at two something coins a day.
Yes,
should give you like he was saying, 2.5 coins a day. Because 40,000 times, what is it? It's just only going to go in it two times, not 3 times. It won't go 3 times into 95,000. But you know what I'm saying?
If you go 95,000 divided by
40,000.
40,039. Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like 40,000, give or take.
Yeah, there you go. That's 2.375. So that's close.
Yeah, because there's miners that are sold and there's miners that are earned.
Thank you, Ron. Let's see here. Blockchain money, all good, bro. Blockchain money. Okay. Yeah, LCM already did the math for us. He beat us to the punch.
Yeah. Yeah, because at a certain point, I believe, like Bobby says, there's going to be a certain point where we're going to have to stop giving miners away. We're trying to build a community. People are doing the work. But there's going to come a certain point where we need to sell all these miners to actually achieve the goal, right? So right now we're just building the community. Us, the people, we're sharing, the good news.
Well, I mean, it would also give us incentive. He said on that video, phase 2 would be setting up a stable coin on the blockchain. That would be huge. And
Yeah.
then also liquidity pairs, because hey, I myself, I'm getting more active in liquidity providing. And real quick, this is a Texitcoin video, but I wanted to give a big shout out to Peter the Arborist, who launched his own project called Thickquidity. It's on
Yeah.
Sui, so I can't wait to check that out. But
I think I saw that too today.
But the fact that Texitcoin, it seems to me, not only does he have the plans to develop a coin on its own blockchain with a real world use case, but
Exactly.
also developing more use case within crypto, being able to swap it or pair it in liquidity pools, and that's going to create a lot of use case and help. That should help drive the price up.
Yeah, of course. And his specialty is exactly what you just talked about, is doing that, the stable coin. Building the mine is not his specialty, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm learning, I'm doing it. He goes, but I can't wait when I get into that, because that's when I'm going to use my expertise and what I've learned my whole life. And that's where I can't wait to actually put my mind to things, Like last week was one of my favorite calls that I had to listen to with him, Thursday night, where he elaborated a lot on the project and the sustainability and why this is really real and where he's going. I actually take the time to listen, 1 hour. When you're interested in something, you want to learn something, So, some people share span of time of 10 minutes. They see 2-3 minutes and it's like, okay, no, it's not enough. It's not enough, Gotta go.
He touched on, people trying to say this is a pyramid or MLM. And one thing he touched on was, in pyramids and MLMs, you get 1% of those people actually get their money back, where so far 17% in this project have gotten their money back.
Yeah.
And in theory, this project goes, even if somebody just, if they just stick to the mining, they don't do any team building, if the price stays around where it's at, technically, in 9 or 10 months or so, they would get their money back.
Exactly.
Or if the price goes up, then of course they would be able to get their money back. So that makes it different right there, because normally in the MLMs, I've been in a bunch of them. I was in Mona B. He talked about, most of those MLMs, you gotta get on auto ship and have so much of the product shipped to your house to be able to maintain a certain status. And next thing you know, you got a garage full of this product that, you can't use fast enough.
Yeah, exactly. Here it's like he says, a one-time fee. That's it.
Right. That's it.
That's it.
Unless you want to buy more miners.
Yeah, and you can only buy up to 9,
So
and that's what keeps the whales away.
So what's required? Do you know what the requirements are to become a Texit Ranger?
Well, you got to roll up those sleeves and get to work. Build a community, show activity, do presentations, be out there. There's a handful. There's there's a couple of Texas Rangers that have been. I think there's about 20, 30 right now.
Well, he said on the video, he said on that video, there's only like 5 of them.
5 Texas Rangers? No, I think there's a little bit more than that, right? Maybe there was 5 new ones, but I may be wrong. I may have heard wrong, but I know that there's a lot of people doing a lot of work out there for this project, and I'm one of them. I just believe in this, and I think that we can have this conversation next year, and we're still going to be here working this project. And I believe that the price is probably going to have a 0 added to it.
Well, man, I gotta say how proud I am of you and what you've accomplished, because you were coming after me so hard. I was like, man, he must be trying to get his 2 people. Man, you get on there, you got a big team already. You got 9 minors. I'm like, whoa, this guy's kicking butt, man.
Well, because I know that I know that you believe in real things, and we exchange messages and we talk, and I said this is something. And lately, we've had a couple of little hiccups. We're doing great with some other stuff, but this is nothing like what we usually do.
That's what made me want. That's one of the reasons I got in, because it's like I said before. It's you can say, well, I'm gonna get in these DeFi projects. I'm gonna try to get in day one, which that's how I got.
Losing him a little bit there.
Yeah, we're losing him a little bit. No, but I know what he's trying to say. We get into DeFi projects where you want to get in on day one and try to be there and try to get your money, but you never know what's going to happen. You just ride the roller coaster and you hope for the best.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
We hear you now.
I keep the signal goes down on my hotspot, so then I switch over to my Wi-Fi. What I got to do is go buy a booster and put it out here. I'm sitting under my garage because in my house, the TV's blasting and the grandkids are in there. It's like it's easier out here. What I was saying is, these DeFi projects, you can say, well, I'm gonna jump in on day one and buy it cheap and get where I can dump it and make some money. But man, I'm kind of tired of that game, man. I want to I want to get in something that's long term, man.
Yeah, you want to be able to sleep at night. You're going to want to wake up in the morning and say, it's there. I can't wait to hear what's next for the project. Where are we going? And, what's the evolution of this week? What happened this week? Me, I get excited. Like, I can't wait to get home. And especially my Tuesday and my Thursday calls. Mr. Bobby Gray comes and he speaks. And on Tuesdays, he talks about the whole business, gives us the updates of the week, what's going on. And then he answers every single question that is put out there. If there's 100 questions, he's going to answer all 100 questions. And on Thursdays, he does a brief, little introduction, who he is, what we're doing, and what Texitcoin is, and still answers all his questions. And I just look forward to what they have to say, Yeah, Blue.
Hey, when you enrolled me last night,
yes,
and you saved me $50 because you did all the work on your end.
Yes. If your sponsor signs you up. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
If your sponsor signs you up, you save $50. Does that come out of your pocket, or does the project cover that?
The project gives you a $5 5% discount per miner. So if you were to buy 9, it's 9 times $50. So if you buy 9, you're going to save $450. So you save 5% discount per miner. That's a cool thing.
You
And
know,
plus,
I like.
you get to show them the back office while you're there. You get to, if you're building a team, you get to place your guy right away where you want, how you want. So it's a good thing.
This
I
project,
like the interaction.
yeah, definitely. Anybody out there in the chat have any questions? For Rafael, you've been in this thing, you said 3 months now?
2 months.
Damn, you're kicking butt, man.
Yeah.
2 months and you got 9 miners, and
I'm gonna have 11 by tomorrow. Man. I'm gonna have 11 by tomorrow.
Miners?
Yes, sir.
How can you do that? I thought you're only allowed to have 9.
You're allowed to buy up to 9 miners, but you can earn them if you want. So, like he says, if you roll up your sleeves and you get to work, you can get some miners.
Well, look, dude,
that's what I'm doing.
I don't have any sleeves, so
that's what I'm doing, Blue. I take this as my own business. I've been doing this for 5-6 years, and I work construction Monday to Friday. I break my back in 2. It's been 20-25 years. I get in my boots every morning. John knows. We talk a lot during the day. Can't wait to hit a little home run somewhere. And I believe that if you dedicate yourself to something and you do it every day, you're just going to succeed, right? And that's what I'm doing. And my friends know that I don't do this for myself alone. I do it for my home. I do it for my family. I do it for my friends also. They know they can call me at 3:00 in the morning and what's up? I'm going to answer and we're going to make it happen. If I can help John make some money, he knows I'll bend backwards over for him,
Well, I certainly appreciate you hanging in there with me.
When you told me this today, Rafael, we're going to go on a live. When you told me you wanted to go on a live today, I never do this. I got so nervous. I got into panic mode. Man, my girlfriend's listening. Into panic mode,
Natalia.
So.
Yeah. Well, I find that it's better unscripted, pretty much. Yeah. Just we're just talking like if we were sitting together and saying, hey, how do you do this? I don't pretend. The thing with me, man, I'm not a lot of these guys, man, they know how to read, they know how to navigate through the blockchain, and hell, I don't even really know what market cap is. Somebody had to explain to me the other day what market cap is. What exactly does that mean? And so I just jump into these projects and I try to say, yeah, I think this is good, and go from there. And unfortunately, like I always say, I don't intentionally promote something that goes south or that rugs or anything, but unfortunately some have. But
yeah,
I'd like to put that behind me. I really like vision of this, and I know I'm gonna have a good time building on it. And like we discussed, not only can we build, but people that we bring in, helping them to be successful, us be more successful. It's a really good concept on their team building. It's a little bit different than other affiliate programs, or however you want to refer to it.
Exactly.
But
and
you don't have to team build on this.
We're going to have fun on the way at the same time, and we're going to see money coming in, and we're actually going to see the business grow, evolve to the next step. In other projects, we wait. We need a post. Who put this post out there? Who's doing this or who's doing that? who decided this. No, you just come on
Shit,
every
this will give me.
Tuesday.
Hey,
know?
I want to start making some. I want to start making some bank with this. Build, then it'll justify me. I can just say, hey, I can tell my family I got to go to Texas and inspect the mining facility. Then I can head south to Laredo, cross over into Ciudad Leon, go to Boys Town.
Go pick up John on your way.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man.
I ain't going. If I go to Mexico, I'll get in trouble.
I like going. Well, my wife is from Mexico, so I like going down there.
Yeah.
Even though right now with all the aggressiveness by ICE, I don't know how that's going to affect it for Americans that are in Mexico.
It depends where you go, right?
I went to a family function a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's up in Tennessee, but it was a Latino community. And usually before I'd go down there, it'd be having a good time. And this time I was the only gringo to walk down into a basement where they had this party. And boy, people were looking at me like they wanted to haul ass, man. They thought I was ICE or something because I was the only white boy walking in there. I'm like,
let's
pretty
skin the
intense,
meat,
man.
Let's start skinning some meat.
So,
you can go to Mexico,
anybody out there?
Yeah. Sorry.
So, anything you want to add about the project, Rafael?
Listen, I think
anything you want to touch on for Texitcoin you feel people need to hear?
I just, what I believe is, after what we just stack as many miners as you can. That's my buddy Ron. I just saw
you
what
buy
he did.
9, and then you try to earn more.
Yes.
Because eventually, who knows? In a year, you may not be able to get them anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the objective is to get to $16, and because there's 1 million miners that have to be sold to reach the hash power goal that Bobby Gray says that we need to reach to generate for this project to run, So he believes that with 1 million miners, 100 million hash power of generation coins is the goal. So once that is over, this comp plan, these 1, 2, 3, this won't exist anymore. But we'll be at another level when that happens. There's probably going to be already a monetary system being used there in Texas. He already has a blueprint for the city, for the city of McKinney to, see, this is where it comes a little bit more difficult for me to talk about because it's a little bit out of my league, but where you can actually go and use a digital asset, if I'm using the right term, and go and use these assets in your city. And at the same time, you're using those assets. You need Texitcoin to do that, So there's going to be already a utility being built on this blockchain. And we're talking about layer 2. And the other day he was talking about that he actually believes that he can actually take his layer 2 to the top 100 coins in the world, because he wants like 300 cities in the United States. He's making up the percentages that with 300 cities using this type of monetary system, with the money inside it, can actually generate so much liquidity that can actually become a top 100 coin. And then we're talking about a layer 2 on the coin,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got 24.
I got a question. So,
yeah.
let's say I bring in LCM, for example, but then I place 2 people up under him. So he's already got 2 people because I placed them up under him, right?
Yes. Well, the way the comp plan works is you have a right and a left, and you need to get 3 points. 3 points. A point means a minor. So if you sell 3 minors, you get 3 points. If you can match that with your other side, you're eligible for $1,000 in USDC directly to your wallet. Or you can take 2 minors. Or you can take that $1,000 in coins directly to your wallet. And every Wednesday, these commissions are paid out every single Wednesday. You know, look at Mr. Ron Crane here, wrecked by DeFi. I bought 3 and I have 24 now. Not to brag, just to say I believe the miners are more valuable than the cash. You earn double the value in miners from commission. This is my buddy Ron. He's at 24 miners. Yeah, he started with 3. He's up to 24. Yeah, he's earning a little bit more. He's earning over 75 coins per day.
Yeah, this guy, Royale Passe 31.
Bonded today.
I don't see. He's saying money tree, so I don't know if he's talking about another project or.
I don't know.
So on Royal Passe 31. I don't understand if you're saying money tree. Oh man, it looks like he's trying to steal something else.
See, these are just bozos. You know.
Let me just get him off of there.
Yeah. There's always one of these bozos everywhere, you know. I get that all day long anywhere on my social media. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to
I don't answer. 2 days later, the account is a deleted account. So you just need to not bother, you know. Dip money tree.
Yeah, I'm trying to delete him out.
That's okay. I don't know if anybody has any questions. You know, we talked to what's his name? LCM today. And he's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken, also. Yeah, Blue seems to have a little bit of issues with his internet, but it's all good. Yeah, the compensation plan is also amazing. You know, you want to make some extra cash. The beautiful about this is that there's a cap to the compensation plan. You cannot earn more than $3,000 per week. So, oh, you're back.
Yeah. I've got to. I said this last stream. I'm gonna buy a booster this week and put it out here. Yeah. I really am.
You see here at the bottom, Rafael, I earned 54 coins today with 24 miners. You know, do the math. 54 times $1.75. That's almost $100 per day.
Hold on, well, let's go right here. Share screen. He said he earned 54 coins.
Yeah, with 24 miners.
Times $1.75.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's $94.50. You're almost $100.
Yeah, you know, that's daily. going directly.
Yeah, that's $3K a month.
And that's directly to your wallet, your cold storage wallet. You know, nobody can touch that. Nobody can do nothing. Nobody has to. You can't say, "Oh, where is my coins? Where is my money?" It's in your wallets. It's in your application. You do what you want with them. You keep them. You sell them. You trade them. Whatever you feel like doing. You know.
So, Ron or Rec by DeFi,
Yeah.
does he think he knows the numbers of what does it take to become a Texas Ranger?
Oh, I'm sure he does. I was hoping Ron was going to get on the call. You know, Ron is really well educated. I tried sending him the link, but he says it wasn't working. I wanted to get him on the stream. Here you see, I sent it to him again. So
It was your link I used to get in myself.
you use the stream link, right? StreamYard?
Yeah, the one that was in the messenger.
Yeah.
The messenger, yeah, StreamYard.
So I don't know why it's not working, but you got to get on. Yeah, I would have liked to introduce you to him, Blue. But I guess we'll have another call with him, and Ron helps me out.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
I think me and LCM are going to hook up, so that'll be good training on bringing somebody in. About that time, Big T ought to be ready, and then I've got another gentleman, so we'll just start working this thing, man.
Yeah, well, I sent you the link to create. I sent you also the information how to create your own funnel. I don't know if you had a chance to get that set up.
Right. Explain. Yeah, I haven't explained what a funnel. What is a funnel? What is that?
A funnel is a link that you send out with multiple information, and this funnel has about 5-6 videos, short videos on what is Texitcoin, a little overview, their path, brief introduction from himself, Bobby Gray. There's a little brief overview of the compensation plan if you decide you want to make a business out of this, you want to make some money, and at the same time, when you send out that funnel, you also have your little connected to your referral link, and somebody could just go ahead and sign up on his own if he wants. Just put in the credentials and buy a miner. It's very simple. Put in the credentials, click submit. You get a wallet address, send over the funds. Ethereum works pretty quick. It's USDT. Within about 3 minutes, the timer is going to tell you it's successful. You're going to get a welcome email address. You're going to get an email from Texitcoin. Welcome to Texitcoin, and open up your back pocket.
Yeah, I got those. Yeah, I got those like right after we finished last night.
Yeah, and I also suggest everybody to join the Telegram group, the official Telegram group of Texitcoin, because the only way you can join that Telegram group is if you're a miner. You don't have a miner, you cannot join that group. So there ain't nobody there that's going to come and spam you or bother you. You need something, you go look at one of the topics there, you ask a question, somebody will answer you within minutes, especially if you have a problem. There's people there that are just working on the clock for you, I've never been in a Telegram group where you don't get spammed. So I like the fact that the only way you can get in, the only way you could get in is you got to be active. So you got to be serious. I like that.
Big shout out to Blockchain Money. Says he did his first YouTube Texitcoin video today. I'll make sure I check that out, man. You guys check out Blockchain Money. Help his channel.
Is that his YouTube channel handle?
Some, let us know, is blockchain dash money your YouTube channel? And someone asked if they could ever, I guess, sell their miner and get their money back.
Yeah, there is a way.
I don't think you can.
No, I
Really?
believe there's a way if you really want to. But why would you do that? If you want to do that, let me know. I'll buy it from you.
Yeah, who is that? Mike Healy or Bob Gray that says, you know, why do you want the golden egg when you can actually own the goose that lays the golden egg? Right.
Exactly.
That's how they put it.
Yes, that's exactly the right terminology. And that's who I follow.
So, you know,
about that. Is Mike Healy. That's his funnel that I use, that he gives us for free to use. You know, you can create your own Lincoln tree if you want, like Ron, my friend Ron. He's my friend. He's also my upline. He's the one that brought it to me. He goes, Rafael, you cannot say no to this, you know. And he helped me create.
So the funnel,
if anybody needs
that funnel is
just information.
Yeah, that funnel just has all the videos and informations that teach me what I need to know about Texitcoin. So probably I should watch that. I should complete all of those before I do another live or video, right?
Yeah, it's just quick little videos, quick overviews, you know, about what Texitcoin is, who they are, where we're going, who Bobby Gray is, what's the comp plan, you know. You're not gonna sit there and watch.
Cool.
You know, if you like those videos, I guess you'll actually take some time and actually do sit down and listen to one of Bobby Gray's 45-minute presentation and see who he really is, and try to understand who this person is. Well, you know, that's the kind of the due diligence that I do. You know, I like to know who I'm dealing with. I like the fact that I can call them if I want. You know, there's a possibility that if you, you know, you pull the right strings, you can actually get a conversation with this guy. I'm from Canada, so, you know, it's not as easy for me, but I know John could probably jump in his truck and he can call me in a couple of hours and tell me, well, I'm just parked outside the farm here.
It's a 4-hour drive.
4 hours.
You know,
From Austin to McKinney, it's about probably anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And so depending on the time of day, the day of the week,
you know,
you got to go right through Dallas to get there. Go right through Dallas, about Pagano and all that. Through Waco.
The question I asked earlier, what I was saying is if I put 2 people under, say, LCM, that means he has 2 people already. That counts the same as if he signed them up himself, right?
Yes, but they're your directs. Doesn't matter. You're just building, helping others, right?
Right. So for him to advance, he still needs to sign in at least 2 or 3 people with his referral code.
Yes, exactly.
Even though I put people up under him.
Yeah, if he wants to be eligible for the compensation plan in cash. But you can sit there. I can build your team under you. You do nothing. I put you 3 people on the right and 3 people on the left. They're my people, and I'll get you free hash power.
Really?
Really.
Then what are you doing on this show? Get your ass out there and sell.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's crazy. You know,
I love it, man.
People, you know, there's people that don't do anything. They don't even know how to do it, you know. But I've been slowly building my team because I'm not here to wait after anybody. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. So I'm just building my two legs. And I have some people in my team that have so many points on one side. And I keep telling them, you know that you have $3,000 available there waiting for you if you just do an itsy bitsy little bit of an effort and try to do something. You know, the $3,000 is there for you. You want it, go get it. I gave it to you. I brought it there for you, you know. But you don't have to if you don't want to, you know. And I respect
Oh, no,
that.
man. I mean, we've all team built on other projects, and some are still around and some aren't, but
Yeah.
this definitely is one worthwhile. And you know, when you can be excited and feel secure about something, you can it makes it easier to promote it, you know.
Yeah. And like I was telling John, when you were when you lost the internet, there's a cap here when it comes to commissions. Nobody can earn more than $3,000 per week. So you could be the, you know, number 3 guy. Poor dog. Go fetch.
Damn husky, man. They're so high strung, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I was saying, when it comes to the compensation plan, there's a cap. So if even the guy that started this 6 months ago, he cannot make more than $3,000 a week. He can't make more than you or me or the guy behind me, you know. There's a cap. There's not somebody that's going to make $150,000 today because he worked the program. No, if you capped out your 9 points for this week, let's say you have 20 points on one side, they get flushed out. You got to start over next week. So it's capped.
Well, it would be awesome to be able to tell people who don't even know what this is, just to be able to say, well, I'm a Texas Ranger. They're like, really?
Yeah. Well, listen.
And like you said, you're going to be the first Texas Ranger from Canada.
Yeah. And like my sponsor said, you're going to be a Mountie because here in Canada, we have Mounties, you know. But I just working. I believe in this, you know. That's all I got to say. You know, my girlfriend listens to me. She's always wandering around and listening to what I do. And she always, she's never positive about anything that I do, you know. Yeah, I don't like that guy. This is just another one of those guys, you know. You're going to come tell me in 6 months, babe, the money's gone, you know. I woke up this morning and, you know, and usually she's right, you know. So that's why I'm trying to divert away from that. I think I've gotten enough experience that I can smell these guys coming from a mile away, you know. And how does
she feel about this project?
She sits and listens to Bobby Gray.
Really?
I swear.
Wow.
She enjoys it. She goes, babe, you know, this guy was born for this. That's how she puts it.
Well, man, that's inspiring.
Yeah, you know, and I recommend that, you know, you listen to this gentleman and you learn, because he's going to tell you straight up. And anything you want to know about this project, it's there. It's transparent. It's on the blockchain. You want some information, it's all there. It's an open book. That's what's nice about it, you know. And like Jim says, it's on American soil. You know, it's on American soil. It's not coming out from, you know.
Well, I've had some people say, well, it's on an odd blockchain, but you go, okay, what about when Bitcoin first launched? It was on its own blockchain, right?
Yeah, of course.
And Ethereum has its own blockchain. So if you want, my thinking is if you want something that's going to be just as big as those, it being on its own blockchain would be a plus because it's following the same pattern as the coins that have done good by having their own blockchain. Is that a naive way of thinking, or
no, not at all. And right now, all these monster corporations are starting to have control of these big, top coins like Bitcoin. They can actually, Bitcoin and Ethereum and banks. But here, what's nice about it is that it's us, the people, that actually get to have control of this, and that's what I like. There's nobody that can come in here and say, well, I'm going to mine, 100,000 miners. Here's $100,000. I want 100,000 miners. No, there's no JP Morgan coming here. That's for sure. And he's not going to make that happen. So, yeah, no, we lost you.
You lost him?
Yeah.
He's there. We can't hear him.
I'm
hear
going to
you?
send him a booster.
can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you now.
Okay. With this particular project, could the owner or founder, do they have the ability or authority to just shut it down or hit the kill switch or anything like that, or being on a blockchain like it is does that eliminate or being permissionless? Okay.
I don't think so. I can't 100% confirm that, but I don't think so. I'm sure Ron is listening, and he's probably going to answer. You just answered there. There's not. Oh, Texitcoin is a clone of Litecoin. It was modeled after Litecoin. Ron is listening, and he's trying to answer those questions. Because I told him, I need you to be here on the call. I want you to have my back,
Let's see. Fuzzy Crypto Helium started with its own blockchain. Now they're on Solana blockchain. A lot depends on how it was made and used. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Fuzz. Yeah, I'm just asking questions that people have asked me, and it seems like he answered that in his last video. He actually touched on that, and I just don't remember the exact verbiage, so I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
and also
that was one solid presentation Zoom call that he did Thursday. He really, I've been doing this for 2 months, and I listen to every single one every Tuesday and Thursday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're listening to it, and he goes, I can't believe I didn't record it. I thought I fell off my chair. And then somebody wrote in the chat, I'm recording it. And I was so happy that I got to, because, it's good information. Like you said, you get to go back and listen to it, refresh your memory with some answers,
He actually, I'm going to go back and watch it again, along with the funnel videos as well. And, I'm sure I'll do another live.
Yeah, the path to
in short,
I'll try to write down notes for the next one and try to be a little bit more, ready for it.
No problem. We've been going about an hour and a half, and anything else you or John want to say to the folks out there, or anything else anybody in the chat wants to say or ask before we wrap things up?
Me, I just say,
I guess
whoever's listening, reach out to Blue. Take a chance. I'm telling you, you have an opportunity.
Well,
I feel like a pioneer in something. You know, when
Yeah,
I
because you were
listen
telling
to
me
I feel like
you
I'm at
said
the
you could, when
beginning
you
when
got in.
Amazon came or Bitcoin came or Apple came or IBM came. To me, this is how I feel, you know? That's how I feel about this. That's my feeling, you know?
Well,
I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I'm not the one, you know? Like, I enjoyed your call last week with Jim. You know, I like listening to Jim's videos. You know, he's a lot more educated when it comes to, like you said, people can just go in and out of the blockchain and read stuff. I'm not that kind of guy, but I can feel things and I can
yeah, me
sense
either.
things, and I feel it with this, you know.
Yeah, that's. I figured, my way is once I, you know, say, what did this guy say here? Who is this? Pranil Prasad. Yes, got 32 miners. I'm under
100.
Jim. Regards from New Zealand.
Oh yeah, there's a
Man,
big team there.
32 miners is a good
he's kicking butt.
number.
Yeah, man. New
Crazy.
Zealand has a really big team. You know
Thanks
those
for
cold
sharing that,
storage
Pranil.
coins? Yeah, thank you. You know those cold storage coins. If you're out in the United States, they get shipped out to you like right away. And for us international people, it's been a little bit harder than that. And I think about 2 weeks ago, they set up a warehouse just around the corner there, so us international people can start getting our cold storage coins. But the team there out there in New Zealand, Mr. Bobby Gray said there's actually somebody that came from New Zealand, went to pick up the coins to distribute them down in New Zealand.
Man,
You know? So yeah,
I
kudos
love
to
it,
those.
man.
Well, you know, if
He
you
says
can
Mark.
Yeah, I think he's saying Mark probably
Some
went
guy
to get
named
them.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go on your homepage there, you can see there's a circle there that tells you how many miners belong to Texas, how many miners belong to the USA, and to other international countries, you know. And Australia and New Zealand, they're doing a really big job there, you know.
So Rec by DeFi says Bobby's ultimate goal is 1,000 per coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good goal, man.
Yeah. Well, he says, you know what? It's not far-fetched. If you do the math.
He's got the map. He's got it mapped out, which, I got that from the video.
Yeah,
so
he sees it. He sees it.
He's identified. Yeah, he's identified what needs to happen to achieve that. There. So, yeah.
And the possibilities are there, you know, but it takes work. But it's the first step is to get to 16, you know. Once you get to 16 there, then we're talking like, wow, sky's the limit, you know. Like you had Jim there the other day showing you on CoinMarketCap what's the liquidity for TXC, you know. And I think it's at 82 or almost maybe $90 million. And you go look at the liquidity in the top 400 or 500 on CoinMarketCap. The only reason why we're not there is because we're not listed on a couple of more different exchanges. The moment we start getting another exchange, I think that our next one is MEXC. That's the next exchange that's Texitcoin is going to be on.
Mexico.
It's just going to jump into the top 500s, you know, and eventually just keep jumping up. I just suggest people should listen to Bobby and watch what he has to say, you know. Reach out to Blue and anybody can send out a recording.
So he doesn't object to us taking those videos that he puts out and sharing it on YouTube?
No, of course not.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I didn't. I was going to share the last one, but
information, right?
yeah.
It's just information.
Well, I'll definitely be put out there. Well, my internet's really acting up, and I'm gonna shut it down, guys. John, Rafael, thank you so much for coming on. I'm
Thanks
looking
for
forward
inviting me.
to communicating with both of you. Yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun with this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Blue. Getting me out of my comfort zone and bringing me on to this, you know.
Hey, man.
My sister keeps telling me, why aren't you doing this like your friends, you know? Why aren't you doing this like your friends do? You have it in you, and I don't know why. But thanks for bringing me here, you know, and getting me out of that comfort zone. And John, thanks for coming. I'm happy you came.
Set up a channel and have a live and invite me on, man.
Yeah.
We'll get you going.
Yeah. Maybe we'll become Texas Rangers together.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Thanks again to Rafael, Pagano, and John Howard for coming on, and Rex by DeFi and everybody else in the chat. And hold on one second here. We had one new person come on. Super World Events. I'm 4 hours away from Texitcoin. Cool. So I'm going to play my outro. And I really, guys, we'll see you next time. This is Blue Chip Drip out of here. Best week quarter song.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.